Hello and welcome to episode 131 of the Heart of Markness Led Zeppelin podcast. Good evening. Good evening! I just got home from work. Ba-na-na-na. And I'm going to do a podcast. Ba-na-na-na. I don't want to. Ba-na-na-na. But I'm going to do it anyway. Ba-na-na-na. Because I'm a man. Ba-bum-bum. I smell him. Boom-ba-boom-boom. Hi. Tonight's topic is... Are you ready? Well, you know what it is because you saw the title, didn't you? Yes. March 10th, 1975, San Diego. This is kind of a Jan Brady of a show. By which I mean it is kind of surrounded by soundboard recordings and Mike Millard recordings, and there's a lot of marshes standing around, and yet this is a really awesome show. It's a great show. It has an audience recording that is not Michael Millard, but it's still a very good audience recording. I enjoy it. Sound is nice and clear, and it seems like, you know, I don't know if that's the case, but I can only find, and I only looked in two places, one source for this show, which is good old Susan Hendricks. Susan Hendrick. Sorry. I have just got this tickle in the back of my throat. Like one little nerve right behind my tonsils is just saying, cough! And I have been fighting it. So I'm going to do some coughing here. I can't always get to the pause button in time. So apologies. It's not because I'm smoking the demon weed. Well, maybe it is. But, yeah, it's just a little thing in my throat. I'm not dying. I don't think. But, as I've been saying, I was only able to find one source for it, which is still fine. It's still good. Standard 75 set list, which I'll give to you because you will be able to download this show off of heartofmarkness.com. Holy shit, I just realized that I have not done anything on my website for the past week, which means last week's show isn't even up yet, or the Dylan show that I did this weekend. Well, I've got some stuff to do. Okay, at some point, it is my intention, there we go, to put this show, or a link to this complete show, up at heartofmarkness.com. So if it's not there, give it a little time, put a little note in your phone, go back, check again, it should be there. Set list, as rock and roll, Sick Again, Over the Hills and Far Away, In My Time of Dying, the song remains the same, Rain Song, Kashmir, No Quarter, Trampled Underfoot, Moby Dick, Dazed, Stairway, and Whole Lotta Love, Black Dog. Standard 75 fare. Fun show, good show. You're gonna like it. This is March 75 is a pretty good time for Zepp. Is that the truth? Well, yeah, because you've got the 21st, you've got the 19th, the 12th. I don't think is that bad. Texas is what, March 5th and 6th? It's fine. Zeppelin was on and off, had on and off nights, but by March, Robert's voice tends to get stronger as he gets over one of his infinite flus. And yeah, well, let's just jump into it, shall we? I'm not very talkative. I'm not in the mode yet. I'm not in the zone, podcast wise, because 13 minutes ago I was walking down the street on my way home. So I'm shifting gears. I will get into it probably right after this. What are we going to play first, Mark? Oh, what are we going to play first, Mark? Oh, let's play Over the Hills and Far Away. I really enjoy the 75 versions of Over the Hills and Far Away, and I really enjoy this version of Over the Hills and Far Away. Yes, that will do. Let's listen to Over the Hills and Far Away. Now, the sound quality floats around a little bit on the first few songs, and then it settles down into a really nice, good quality recording. I'm not saying this is going to be bad. This isn't one of those, oh Jesus, what's he going to put us through? No, no, no. This is a perfectly fine recording. I'm just letting you know. Because it's my job. March 10th, 1975, San Diego, California. Thank you, Susan Hendrick. I don't believe she taped this. I think this is from the Susan Hendrick collection. Gosh, I remember something about that maybe 10 years ago. I don't know. In any case, let's listen to it, shall we? You don't need to hear me blovate. I'm going to look up that word and see if I used it correctly. I think I did. Over the hills and far away. Just for you. Here you go. Very nice frenetic solo from Mr. Page. I like it. I like how Bonzo's hi-hat emerged about halfway through the song. This is what fluctuations in sound quality means. Probably moving the mics around or just the person's moving around trying to get situated to get the best capture. Who knows? We will never know. Well, that's not true. At some point, AI will be sufficiently developed enough to completely recreate that arena that night with the extant recordings, pictures, and data, and be able to extrapolate exactly why the sound quality fluctuated. Will we live long enough for that? Unlikely, but someday it'll be true. You can get on the holodeck and say, San Diego Arena, March 10th, 1975, Led Zeppelin. Front row, please. And just witness it. Holy shit, can't wait. Well, I won't be there. Unless it happens like the next short time. All right. What else do we have going on, folks? What we have here, I'm going to play you the next song in the series, which is following Over the Hills and Far Away. Robert just continues his banter and goes into My Time of Dying. I am preserving the banter between songs because it kind of sets the mood, aside from me stopping and talking for, 2.5 minutes or whatever it is. I will try and truncate that because we've got music to listen to, friends. Music! Promoting, of course, Physical Graffiti. And, my goodness, there's a ton of, as anyone who's a fan of the live music probably knows, a ton of soundboards for the 75 tour. Thank you, Shoko, the sound company that did the PAs and the lights and stuff. Or maybe just the lights. I don't know. I just work here. That's the source of the myriad 75 soundboards that have come out. And then, of course, there's Mike Millard, the amazing audience capture king, Saint Mike Millard, who taped the next two nights as well as some of the LA Forum. And, oh my God, could you imagine if Mike Millard was in Seattle for the 21st? Or, what was it, Vancouver on the 19th? It's a really great run of shows coming up here. And a couple of clinkers, but that's what happens at this stage of the career. There are some clinkers, not necessarily as many as 77. Is that true? I don't know. I got to think about that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring you In My Time of Dying. Enjoy it, and I will be back immediately afterwards. Thank you.
Good evening! Yeah! How long's it been since we had this little meeting before? 2 years? Well, in that case, we better stand still. Are you drunk or is it Quaaludes? Whichever. Keep it cool. Well, if it's been 2 years, we better give you some new stuff. And, this is something that comes from way back. And we just caught it. Woo!
Did you like that? I enjoyed it. I used to not be a fan of the live In My Time of Dying, and now I am a great big fan of In My Time of Dying, especially 1975. It's fun. It's a cool tune. I still prefer the studio version because those drums are fucking loud and perfect. Bonzo. Well, friends, guess what? You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under the nom de plume Heart of Markness. I am also on every single podcast platform thing there is. I think I should be. Spotify, etc., Google, and Apple, and everything in between. Und if you would like to reach me, you can reach me at any one of those outlets, or mark@heartofmarkness.com if you want to, there's something you wish to communicate. You can also find me on Facebook as well, at the Heart of Markness Facebook group, if you'd like, or if you wouldn't like, whatever. And I mentioned before, heartofmarkness.com is where I post the podcast, links to the podcast, as well as links to the shows that I cover. So you'll be able to find the show there as soon as I get my shit together and put it up there. I'll try and get to it tonight. I've got 2 more to do, so it might not be tonight. But I will have it done by the end of the weekend, I promise. And what else? Do I have something else? Yes! At theheartofmarkness.com, if you look in the upper left-hand corner of the homepage, you will see a banner for Patreon. If you like what I do, and you like how I do it, and you're of a mind and have the means to do so, you are welcome and invited to explore supporting this channel materially at patreon.com/heartofmarkness. Here are the current titans upon whose shoulders rests this humble podcast. A laurel and hearty handshake go out to Philip, Picard, Kneggern, Jeff, Chris, Michael, Rob from Melbourne, Australia, Wayne, Brad, scrolling, Danielle, Tracy, with whom I am having breakfast next Sunday. Yay, Tracy, good to hear from you. David. This David did something amazing. This David, he refers to himself as Other David, but he is not Other David. Other David is Other David. We'll get to him in a moment. This David, David H., so you guys don't track down who he is and murder him, took on, all by himself, unasked. He saw the need, and he stepped into the breach and fulfilled it. He not only listened to every single one of my podcasts, for which I thank him, he created a spreadsheet, like I was bitching about last week not having, of every show I've done and every song in every show. Because I've been like, I can't even remember what I've done. And there have been times when I'm like, hey, listen to this awesome show. And then I post it, and I'm like, oh, shit, I did that 2 years ago. Now, that will be less likely to happen. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. I will probably import it to my Google Drive, which I think I have, and then maybe if I can embed it or put a link on the Facebook group, I think I'll do that, like a sticky or something, so people can scroll through and peruse. Thank you, David. And thank you, my friend, my goodness, for being a patron and giving, oh, wow. Thank you, David. Holy mackerel. So much. And thank you, Other David, and Bonzo Billy, and, of course, Mimo. Yay. Thank you, guys. You make this possible. You literally make it possible, and you hold me accountable because you're paying me, and I gotta deliver. And because of that, every month, almost all of you get a bonus podcast just for you. This past month, the podcast was Jimmy jamming with Eric Clapton and Phil Collins and Chaz and Dave in May 1983, pre-Arms Tour. And it's kind of fun. Good stuff. People liked it, I hope. All right. Shaking off the business aspect of the podcast, we return now to the music aspect of the podcast. You all like music, don't you? One more song. One more song is what I have for you. And that song is Trampled Underfoot, because it is a good one, in my opinion. I don't know if I'll do a part 2 of this show. I could play Dazed. I could play Stairway. The Stairway... Whoops, excuse me, I'm going to cough. Goodness gracious. Sorry. I got to the pause button in time. Oh my gosh, you could tell the instant my antihistamines wear off. Lordy, lordy. All right, what are we going to do? Trampled Underfoot. Yes. If you want me to do a part 2 of this show with Dazed and Stairway, let me know in one of the avenues listed, and I will probably do so. If not, we'll move ahead to something else. If there's something you want to hear, let me know. I haven't done a Page Plant show for a while. I've never done a Jonesy project, I don't think, other than for my patrons. Coverdale Page I did. I've done the Firm. Haven't done the Firm in a while. Zocros, I did one show, but I think I did a 2-parter. Yeah, there's stuff to do. Let me know. Let me know. If there's something that moves you and you're like, you got to do this one, let me know. I'm not saying I'll do it, but I will definitely take it under advisement. All right. Trampled Underfoot, foot. Ladies and gentlemen, March 10th, San Diego. Thank you, Susan Hendrick, for sharing this with the world. And there we have it, friends. Almost 3/4 of an hour of entertainment, hopefully. And you know what? Next week we'll do it again. I very well may do part 2 of San Diego. I very well may do something else. We shall see. I will also come back on the weekend and sometime Saturday or Sunday do a classic rock episode like I do on the weekends. That started during the pandemic, which is still happening. But back during the scary days when quarantine was going on and everybody was home, and I started cranking out podcasts to keep from going crazy and hopefully help others from going crazy during a crazy time. Now I just do it because I really enjoy it. I like listening to other music as well, and I like sharing it because it usually, I find out usually, makes someone's day somewhere on the planet. And I know quite a few of you enjoy the Zeppelin one, and I love doing that. And I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. So yay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for helping me do it. Thank you for talking to me. I like the friends I've made. And I think that's it for this old chunk of coal, as Norm Macdonald, rest his soul, used to call himself. What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to shower. That's what I'm going to do. Do some dishes. House stuff. One more day till Friday. Thanks for listening, friends. Please be good to yourselves and each other.